Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a hot take. And today, I know it's late. Um, I was gaming all day. I was playing games all day. Um, that's what we do in my family. We play board games, and we play them all day. And also, it's my brother's birthday, and they rented a pinball machine for him, so we were playing pinball too, which is a lot of fun. Okay, so this is Joy Reid's. Well, it's not her Twitter account. This is one of her tweets, and I found it interesting because Joy Reid, for some reason, came up my feed. I think because I did a search about Kenosha, and then she said something really. I thought that was really dumb, so I just felt compelled to say something back to her. But that's not this tweet. I just another tweet came up and I'm like, why is she coming? Oh, great! I responded to one of her tweets and now she's going to show up in my feed. And I said, I wonder, if I'm the only one. So I went into another tweet to see the reaction, and it's funny because Twitter to some extent is like screaming into the wind, screaming into the wilderness with nobody else there. It's like you're in a log cabin in the middle of the woods, and then you just open the window and start screaming, "Hey, this is what I think about things." And that's kind of what it is, because, nobody, I mean, she's not going to read all these comments, I don't think. But it's interesting to note that a lot of the comments seem to be for Trump. So this is her tweet. She says, so there, and Joy Reid, for those of you who don't know, she's on MSNBC. She says a lot of, in my opinion, wacky things in defense of the Democrats, and has been caught, I believe, in a few things that made her a total hypocrite. Something that she put on her website. I forget all the details. But so this is what she writes. So they're just going to go back to their screaming rallies like there is no beer virus. I'm changing that. Just because their dear leader needs the ego boost. Then they'll be in supermarkets, at outdoor restaurants, and Home Depot with you, putting your health at risk. That's the danger to the suburbs. And this is she's retweeting a Walk Away Rescue America rally in Chicago. And this is a Trump supporter, and this is all the Trump supporters in the picture here, and you can see that they're shouting "Walk away, meaning walk away from the Democrats. So obviously, she feels compelled to criticize them, but it's interesting that she says they'll be in your supermarkets and at outdoor restaurants and Home Depot with you. So that's what she thinks people in the suburbs do, right? Like, you go to supermarkets and your outdoor restaurants and your Home Depot. Joy Reid doesn't do that, though, right? Because Joy Reid, she probably got someone to go to the supermarket for her, and I couldn't imagine she goes to the Home Depot for herself. So maybe she has to go to outdoor restaurants because she probably lives either in LA and in New York, where I don't know if you can even eat inside a restaurant right now. But so let's see, the responses here. The top response is, after you criticize this crowd, someone says, now do this. And they have a picture of Black Lives Matter rally. And, these, at least in the picture, some people are wearing masks. But as you can see, it's a lot of people, and they're very close together. So, come on. If you're going to criticize Trump supporters for going out and protesting, you got to criticize all the protesters. Then somebody posts a cartoon making fun of CNN for being biased towards Biden and Harris. And then another picture. Yeah, this is another picture of Black Lives Matter rally in D.C. Somebody writes back, everyone in that entry is wearing a mask, and they also did a temperature check to allow entry. It's still packed, but it's way more protocols than what we see in this video. Well, maybe. You don't know. I mean, it's a short video, but So we're basically 3-1 now. 3 for Trump and 1 kind of for Joy Reid, I guess. Then you got keeping that same energy for the people on the left. And what do you got here? Looks like Black Lives Matter and looks like a riot. No mask here. No mask at all. Yeah, I'm not seeing any masks. So that's four different events. No masks. So it's 4-1. Um, another one, same thing. Now do this. 5-1. But what about this gathering? Don't these people go to Home Depot and the supermarkets? And that's the same picture. Yep. And another march for, it looks like, George Floyd. I guess this is the same march. So that's 6-1. The only thing worse than the beer virus 19 would be Joe Biden 20. 7-1. A meme. Do you ever listen to someone and think, "Holy S, you've got the IQ of a crayon"? So as you can see, very few supporters for Joy Reid here. I am voting for Trump. Now do the March on Washington. We'll wait. Somebody with a that's kind of cool. It's a no communist kind of thing. And they write, this is Act Lightning. They're called psychiatrists. Get one. Nice. This looks like a meme of some kind with a little kid. Oh, she's like rolling her eyes. Nice. Do you mean like these in DC yesterday? And they're showing the I guess this rave was, yeah, these guys weren't wearing masks at all. It was some sort of block party in the street in DC, and may or may not have been protesters. I don't know. Most of these seem to be Trump supporters. So Joy Reid seems to be on her own. Please, Trump, adopt the Netherlands. That's kind of funny. That's, So my question, I guess, is Joy Reid actually tweeting this, or is this all part of her image and like her assistant runs the Twitter for her, or does she kind of do it once in a while, but then her assistant does most of it? It's just interesting to me because it seems like, she's just shouting into the wilderness here. And let's see how many followers she has. Now, according to this, she has 1.8 million followers, and she's got a link to joyandreid.com, and she follows about 6,000 people. And she's got a quote: "You must be bold, brave, and courageous and find a way to get in good trouble." And that's a quote from John Lewis. And let's see what her pinned tweet says. "Before this election," this is August 22nd, "before this election is over, they'll come for every institution, for everything you trust and believe in. They'll come for your heroes and try to denigrate them, as Trump has already tried with the great John Lewis. It's about leaving nothing in the wreckage but them. Be ready." I think you got it backwards, Joy Reid, but at the end of the day, I think your side's losing pretty bad. And this is the tweet that kind of got me mad because they got footage of this Kyle Rittenhouse, but the way they and it says police brutality tracker bot. Shouldn't you be tracking brutality from police and not guys who try to step up when the police won't? But and this isn't from Joy Reid, but it says footage has surfaced of protesters speaking with, first off, they're not protesters, they're rioters, speaking with Kyle pre-murder spree. Wasn't a murder spree. Calling him out for pointing his weapon at cars and people earlier in the night, which may or may not be true. And considering how often these rioters have lied a lot. I would not trust them. Joy Reid writes, the protesters are the peaceful ones. The vigilantes have the guns. That is absolutely not true. There's a gulf of ignorance right there in that statement. So, but I expect nothing less from a media shill like Joy Reid. She's on a side. She's in it. She can't switch sides. She's on MSNBC. What is she supposed to do? Start telling the truth? She's going to spin and spin and spin. And when this is all over, she'll still be making money, and she'll still be on MSNBC complaining about Trump. And that's all it's about, Joan. And please don't lick the desk anymore. I don't think that's good for you, doggy. All right, that's it for now. We'll check you on the next one.